Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. Welcome to DG Academy. Firstly, DG Info. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Salim, and plus 25 experience in information technology, telecom, cybersecurity, and whatever you can say in the world of technology and information. Alhamdulillah, I have it. And the reason we are here is fundamental that we would like to share our knowledge of experience and whatever we have it right now. And of course, you will be part of us. Whatever we have, we will share with you guys. And during this journey, whatever we will build, you will be owning it. So let me introduce myself, Muhammad Salim, 25 experience, instructor, senior instructor, teaching all over the world, VMware, Linux, Red Hat, IT information security, technology, brands, products, techniques, workshops, writing my own books on cybersecurity and information systems, operating systems, building our own Linux operating system called DGACADEMY. This is our YouTube channel, and whatever we are going to do will be recorded, will be uploaded, and right now we are live. And I will I will announce our upcoming event, our podcast, our training programs through this webinar today. So, what is DG Info? Stands for Digital Information System. We are Pakistani origin, Pakistani based company in Karachi. Started our company in 2011, and throughout the journey we have started initiative. Initiative means we are not the box mover. We believe in research and developed by our own. We don't want to acquire the companies and systems and just rebranding it, white labeling it, and sell it. We believe in uh, the information systems and technologies should be fixed, should be built from ground level, from the hardware, from the software. And I will explain you what we are, and then you will know that our domain, our horizon, our coverage, and how these domains are interlinked with each other. Then you will understand that what you're talking about. Today, our focus is only one of our products, which is DG Academy. DG Academy, it is an institutions, is you can say research and development center. It is a place where we actually uh, learn the issues with the students, learn the issues with the training educational institutions all over the world, and we assess the gap between the the training and education institutions, the industry, and the students, and why the students are lacking the fundamental skills which are required by the industry, and what should be done by the education institutions in order to fill this gap. Let me start. The webinar agenda is the introduction, the programs, and kindly stay with us so you will understand what we are talking about. This is our first, not it's not our first webinar, but on YouTube we are live for the first time. So kindly bear with us with some sort of the slowness or voice jerks. But we will be practicing it, inshallah. There will be series of webinars, and we will, inshallah, overcome these issues in the next time. So DG Academy, as we announced earlier in our WhatsApp group, that this webinar will be focused on the career counseling programs, and this is the you can see the next step of our earlier announcement where we ask our students, our potential students, those who are not yet our student, that what are their educational skills, what is the degree they already own, what is the degree they are programming, wherever they are, is it like foundation, do they have any previous knowledge or skill or experience in information systems. For some people believe DJ Academy is all about information security, cybersecurity, virtualization, cloud computing, and Linux operating system. But let me this point, DG Academy, as I told you, it is an institute, educational center, research and development center, and we are not like the traditional institutions, or we don't teach in a way of traditional way of teaching. We believe that a student should have a very clear understanding what we are teaching. They should have hands-on experience whatever they have learned from us, and they should experiments whatever they learn in the form of hands-on experience from our side. So how to experiment on a real life project. So we take you from zero and we make you, or bring you on a place where you can easily replace 3 to 5 year experience engineer on site. Believe me, this is what we are, and once you join us, then you will acknowledge it. You will be one of our testimonies later on. So the career path, whatever what we have already received the input from almost everybody, is more than 100 responses now from all of you guys. What we have seen so far, you guys are with four major categories. There is a category for students, they have no knowledge, they haven't even completed the secondary schools. So we categorize these guys as, let's say, foundation layer, and we have very specialized series for them called essential series. For those having degree programs or certificate programs, again, they are somehow in the middle, because of, again, the point I told you before, that they have their degree, they have their certificate, but skill is missing, the experience is missing, the way they learn the technology, the knowledge, it was not in a way they can grasp, they can fully understand. So their concepts are not clear. So we put them, okay guys, you cannot be in advanced, you should be in essential series because you have missing all these skills and gaps. We receive responses from those who are graduated with BS and master's degree programs, and they have fundamental concepts very clear. So we told these guys, take some of the courses from the essential series, and then we can transit you. We will take you. Their transformation will happen quickly from essential series to advanced series. It will be very quick transition, and you guys will. What will you do? Because nobody is perfect. Maybe some of the concepts are not clear. You still have doubts. So all these doubts will be clear, and you will have very strong understanding of the technology and the concept. And then we will take you to the advanced level. And the advanced level, you will learn about the systems, the infrastructure, the networking, cybersecurity, the cloud computing. Again, you might have noticed that we are starting with the information systems. We are not here to tell you guys we are starting CCI security or CISSP or CISA system. No, these are brands, and uh, of course, I'm not criticizing them. Of course, they are covering all the fundamental knowledge and concepts. But what I'm telling you, we believe the cybersecurity, virtualization, these are the add-on. Your journey should start with fundamentals of information systems, information technologies. This is what the Essential series is all about. I will take you there, but you start nothing. You start with ground, and we take you further, one step ahead, and then next step, and then next step. You will find your friends, your colleagues, the students, those who are in advanced, they will help you to take you to the advanced. Then you will meet to the expert students, they will take you from advanced to the expert. And then during this journey, we promise you guys that we will put you in a place where you will replace, up to your knowledge, the skills you will have. At least starting with 3+ experience engineer, you can easily replace, or you can take this position. 5+ experience position, 10+ experience, and 15 years experience position, you will take it. This is the guarantee from our side. Stick with us, and then you will enjoy, and then you will know about this journey. So this is a complete, you can say, the training roadmap for you based on the input we receive from you, based on our skills. So feedback is huge, and from the students, from our own learning, and also uh, from different other training institutions where we have partners and we share the knowledge, we share our experience with them. As I told you before, essential series means you have no knowledge, you don't have anything previously, and we will build this essential series in different domains. I will explain you what are these domains. After we believe you are satisfied the required skills, the required knowledge, and then you are ready to move to the advanced series, we will take you to the advanced series very quickly. In advanced series, you will stay longer. Maybe in essential series, you will stay shorter based on your previous knowledge and skills and the experience. But advanced, you will stay more. Why? Because advanced require that you should have a very clear concept, you should have hands-on experience, and you should have demonstrated this experience. So what is it? Let's say I will explain essential, then actually it will be the self-explanatory about what we will have in advance. So let me just quickly take you over to the expert series. Once you complete your advanced series program, we'll take you to the expert series. Expert series is something which make you the solution architect, because you already have very strong understanding of the technology. You have understanding plus hands-on experience in advance, and you have demonstrated it. Now you're in expert series. So what we are expecting, what we are delivering, what we are instilling in you is you should be able to complete a project, live project. It's not like we are giving you a demo or dummy project. No, it we will take you, we will place you in live projects to customers all over the world, in the Middle East, in Europe, and within Pakistan, in India, and other part of the world. And we will place you there. This is where you will be able to demonstrate your skills, because you are already in expert series. So we categorize you at least L3 level of engineer. You should be able to architect the solution, and you should be able to demonstrate your skills and knowledge in the form of a project delivery. Let me take you individually of all of these series. The foundation level. What is it? As I told you, essential series. I'm sure most of you guys, it's not about most of you guys, but you can say that those who are new to information technology, and these guys could be those who did not complete their secondary program, those who are actually switching from different career path towards information technology, cybersecurity. And uh, let me clear one more point here. Once you say information security, cybersecurity, IT security, actually there's a very rare difference among all these three things. Cyber means connecting world. Anything which is connected, we have to secure it. Information security, it is about the best practices, policies, procedures, framework, architecture. And once we say IT security, this is actually very old terminology. This is how cybersecurity started, where we had only one firewall, and then you know things move up, technology grown up, and then we started IPS, intrusion prevention system, intrusion detection system. Then we thought, okay, why don't we protect our emails? Then the phishing, anti-phishing, and then move on. We talk about the wireless security, application security, source code analysis, and then now in the latest cybersecurity landscape, we are talking about the threat protection, the zero-day malware protection. So cybersecurity have been evolved, and it's now part of all over the technology, because it has grown up and it is fully aligned with information technologies. So to keep this point at the front, we decided the essential series should be in the four major categories. What are these categories? Again, we grouped it and we decided, okay, let's start with systems. We don't want to take you to security directly, as I told you before. Security, cybersecurity is something add-on. We have to protect something. So what to protect if we don't have the knowledge of infrastructure, routers, switches? We cannot protect. If we cannot see it, we cannot protect it. If we don't know how things work, we cannot protect it. This is the fundamental philosophy of cybersecurity. Again, virtualization. What to virtualize? System, the computing, CPU, RAM, and storage, the the network or storage. If we don't know about how network works, they cannot virtualize it. I'm not talking about just drag and drop, click next, 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 and things are work. No, things are done. No, I'm talking about again our DG Academy philosophy, which is that your concepts is clear, crystal clear. You have hands-on experience and you have demonstrated your skills, and you are demonstrating your skills in the form of completing a live project. This is what we promising with you guys, and this is what we expecting from you. This is what is our commitment with you guys. So we are starting with essential series, and this series is actually about starting you with the computer hardware. Let's say for those who have no knowledge at all, those who are actually changing their career path, those they want to revive and they lost and they are not able to complete it, on those who are not satisfied with their degree, those who are switching over their degree program, this is for them. So we will start very fundamental, ground zero, computer hardware, complete knowledge of how hardware works, what are the components, how they are linked, how they process, what is input and output, everything, all about the computer hardware. And this computer hardware includes your systems, your laptops, your IT devices, your modem, everything. It's all about the hardware, physical components. And then we'll take you to the information systems and technologies. This this topic will give you a very clear understanding, the foundation and understanding, essential understanding of information system, how system works, how information technology works, what is it, how can I use it, how does it work, how it is interlinked with each other, how I can take the benefit, how I can operate it, how I can install it, how can I configure it, how can I manage it. All these things will be discussed in this topic. Operating system, it is very critical because I would like to I would like you guys to just focus on this point because we have a complete separate dedicated training program on operating systems called DGNSOS, which is a native security operating system. We at DG Info, our main company, we are making our own operating system called DGNSOS, and very soon you will see another Linux based operating system called DGNSOS, inshallah, and we will keep updating you on our through the webinar dedicated for DGNSOS soon. So in this topic, we will cover all about operating system, the major operating system, the favorite operating system, the client side operating system, the server side operating system, very customized operating systems, all about Windows, client and server, Linux, client and server, the IoT based devices, the mobile devices operating system. Anything which fall under operating system, we will be discussing it. Major, the favorite operating system, the Windows operating system, the Linux operating system, Android and iOS, Macintosh. We will be discussing operating system here, how operating system works, what is the kernel, and what are the different ring for the user, for the hardware resources, and for the systems. Again, you will not find anything about security here. No, we will not discuss anything about security, anything about virtualization. No, because you are not ready. We want to make a very strong foundation for you guys. Then we will move to the software and application. What is the software? How does it work? How do we install it in our operating system? How does it interact with the operating system? And application, how applications. So what is the difference between software and an application? What are the commercial applications? What are these applications and software you actually build as a software developer? If the software or application crashes, then what happened? How to troubleshoot? Discuss everything about it. Numbering system. You will never be able to understand about the computer, how computer works, if you don't understand the numbering system. We will teach you from, because we take number system very important, because believe me, whatever there is, based on the responses you submitted, what we have discovered, that people, students with the degree, with the computer science degree, their knowledge of numbering system is very, very poor. They don't have a very good foundation understanding. Maybe they just know very, very fundamental knowledge. If we take them to some, within number system, if we ask some critical questions, if we just ask some basic or core understanding of number system, then most of them, they failed to explain what is number system and how to convert, how to calculate. They actually failed it. So we decided to keep it here because, as I told you, based on our research on educational institutions, students, their knowledge, their demonstration, their available skills, their satisfactory level on the job, based on our research, what we have found, that these students, they are missing all these points. They have missing the fundamental concepts of this basic principle of computing. So that's why we high. These are, by the way, these are not. These are the very main topics. There are so many subtopics, and there are so many other subtopics. So each topic you can write, you see right now, it we can even write a book on it. And believe me, we are not throwing you guys on a training program where we complete the trainings in days, or okay class, starting day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, completing 40 hours, finish. No, we are not. DG Academy is not like this. We will enroll you in a series of training program where we will give you a certificate once you satisfy our requirement. This does not mean that we are after the number, we are after the money, we are after show off. Okay, that number is to know. Satisfactory of our requirement means we are satisfied that we have built someone who is going to support the community, who is going to support himself first from financial point of view, from career point of view, and he is going to support his country, his nation, the world, and the community. Once you complete our requirement through a series of quizzes and exams, and we are satisfied, then we will take you to the next domain of essential series, which is the networking. In network essentials, we will be teaching you about, again, fundamentals of networks. Believe me, people with CCNA and other network certificates, they are missing fundamental concepts of TCP/IP, their layers, how these layers work with each other. It's very disappointing. And what we have decided to start, this is the reason we call it essential series. And this essential series is very important because it will fix all these gaps, and then you will be able to fill this missing area. If you are already a degree holder, if you have no information, no knowledge previously, then you will enjoy it, you will learn something new. And if you are already a network administrator, then you will be surprised what you are learning new, and it will help you to polish your skills, your hands on, and it will be reflected in your job, and people, your managers, your bosses, they will see the difference. First of all, even if they don't see it, at least you will be empowered, you will be super confident, because if the concepts are clear, if you have hands-on experience, and if you're able to demonstrate it, this is enough. Then we will take you to the network topologies, and protocols. We will teach you the devices, network devices, routing protocols, static protocol, dynamic routing protocols. What are the network devices, routers, switches, uh, wireless devices also, how the network devices work, uh, what are the levels of these network devices, what is the access layer, the core layer, the distribution layer, how they are connected, what are the cabling standards, types, and how cables work along with the devices, the troubleshooting steps, the performance issues in network devices, how to manage the network devices, how to manage. This is very, you can say, okay, single word, network management, but believe me, it is deep dive. It is deep dive. Managing the network depend on how huge is your network infrastructure. If it is a one building, you can say I have four switches, access switches. I have one distribution switch, which is also a core. Very simple. What about if you have 100 buildings? What about if you have block of buildings? What about if you have towers? What about if you have control, if you have to manage the complete city? What about you controlling the data centers, complete data centers? What about if you're managing multi data centers? It's huge. It's not easy, but we will teach you the the fundamental knowledge which will cover everything with the same scope, from one building to thousand buildings, one data center to multiple data center, from one city to multiple city, from one country to multiple countries. So scope will be same, but the knowledge topics even the same, but the volume will be limited to your brain, limited to the essential series only, because we cannot teach you everything in essential. So essential has some scope where we believe you have all the fundamental knowledge within the same scope. Then we will take you to advanced. You will do lots of things in advance. As I told you, in essential series, it will be all about the concepts clear and somehow hard, somehow physical, and somehow the hands-on. Let's say the network devices, we will give you access over the network devices, then you will see it by yourself how the switch work physically, and you will see how to manage a switch with your own hand, how a wireless device work, how a wireless switch, the controller, the access point work. And then once you have the fundamental knowledge of information, the hardware, the IT, the network essentials, then we believe that you are ready to secure it. As I told you, security is something add-on. We are securing something which is exist, right? So which is exist, it means you have to understand what is it, how does it work, then you can secure it. So security essentials, by the way, if you want to jump over security, we can still take you there, but then you have to spend more time in security essentials. And we will challenge you if you believe that you already have system knowledge, but if you want to move to security, we will challenge you. And you, if you fulfill the requirement, this done. We will take you to the security essential directly. What is security? And again, I will tell you the scope, the topics will be same from essential to the advanced to expert, but the volume will be different. Cyber and information security. There we will be teaching you about what is information security, what is cyber security, what is IT security, and how cyber security is started with one firewall, and how did it move to the cyber security, connected devices, and then how do we protect it. And then along the way, we had in parallel information security, the security policies, procedures, guideline, security awareness programs, all under GRC, governance, risk, and compliance, all fall under information security. But right now, we have one, because as I told you, it is evolved. There's a transition started from IT security, then cyber security, and information security. Now we have one common word, which is cyber security, and we are assuming cybersecurity is covering all this domain, which is the IT security and information security. But it has been evolved. As I told you, now cybersecurity is emerging, you can say, emerging domain, which is covering everything, which is covering the IT, the non-IT, healthcare, defense, the military, the IoT devices, uh, everything which is based on electronics, which is based on connected world, cybersecurity is there. And how the information security actually covering it is through the GRC, because we have to provide the governance, we have to provide the risk assessment, we have to provide the compliance, making sure this system is comply with some best practices. So it's all covered under essential series with a lower volume, of course. So security principles, the framework, you will have fundamental knowledge of the framework. What are the frameworks, cybersecurity frameworks? What is the ISO standard? What is the NIST standard? What is uh, the customized framework for covering for healthcare, covering for the PCI DSS for the credit card and financial matters, the HIPAA regulation for healthcare security, ISO 27 series security, the principle, the security principles, the governance, and then we'll move to the threat landscape. Actually, the threat landscape, it will give you, it will be like eye-opening for you that what is, where do we live, and wherever we live is actually all covered by cybersecurity. For example, if I'll give you an example with your healthcare issues, your winter starts and you do your best to cover your body, cover your nose and ear, cover your environment, cover your car, cover your office. You take the vaccines. You make sure your fooding habits, your fooding items, everything is changed according to the weather condition. So everything gets changed, right? Everything means clothes, your environment, your food, your habit, right? If you apply the same thing in your technological world, before it was only one firewall. You never think about, okay, I have to protect my computer, my laptop. But now your environment is affected. Why? Because as I told you, cybersecurity is about everything, everything which is connected. Your mobile is connected, right? Yes, you have to think about securing my mobile phone. Your laptop is connected. Yes, I have to think about securing my laptop. I will tell you something very surprising. Ransomware, right? Ransomware gave us an eye-opening event where we are talking about if you are living in a digital home, in a smart home, in an auto home, it means we can be locked down in our home. We can be locked down in our toilet. Our home can be burned out if we don't pay the ransom. As I told you, everything which is digital, which is based on electronics, which is connected, cybersecurity is there. Threat landscape, it will give you eye-opening thing where you will really realize, okay, guys, uh, whatever is in my surrounding, I have to secure it. Then you start thinking like a security engineer. Okay, I have to secure my IoT devices. I have to secure my mobile phone. I'm the system administrator. I have to secure my systems. I'm the web administrator. I have to secure my website. I'm the email administrator. I have to secure my emails. I'm a healthcare professionals. I'm responsible for healthcare information system. Okay, there is a security. Okay, I'm responsible for, let's say, the pacemaker, right? I can give you an heart attack as a hacker, and you have a pacemaker in your body. I can give you. I can hack into your pacemaker, and I can give you the heart attack. Just think about it. This is what we will cover in security essentials. Security controls, infrastructure security, application security. You as an administrator, because as I told you, if you cover your system essentials, network essentials, you are already there. At least you are L1 engineer in your organization. You will get a job once you cover these two essential series. Then you this newer skill will add in value, will give you high raise in your salary and promotion, inshallah. That you are not only managing infrastructure and application, you are also securing it. Isn't it surprising? Isn't it exciting? Because if you the managing the switches and routers and load balancers is one skill, securing the switches, routing and load balancers is another skill. Now you will have this very critical and highly paid skill, which is security, securing in your infrastructure, securing your applications. It's huge, by the way. It's huge. Now we will take you to the virtualization and cloud computing. Virtualization and cloud computing, actually, this is something uh, you should be very smart in a way. You should have the fundamental knowledge of systems, because virtualization is something which is misunderstood based on your input, what you have discovered, and based on our research. And so we will teach you the basic concept, the foundation concepts of virtualization, and we will correlate it with your system essentials and network essentials. These two things, these two pillars are very important. So if you believe, okay, please take me to virtualization, we will give you a very hard time. We'll take you through lots of quizzes and exams, because we have to make sure you have a very strong understanding of systems and networking, because we are virtualizing, we are virtualizing the systems, the networks. Okay, this is very important. And mm, uh, once you satisfy the requirement, we will teach you how to virtualize the system, the hardware, the computing, which is how to virtualize the CPU, how to virtualize hard storage, how to virtualize your memories, RAM, how to make a virtual machine, how to create virtual switches and routers. And then we will take you to the cloud computing, because this is again misunderstood by the lots of people, lots of training education centers also. Cloud computing comes after the virtualization, and we will teach you actually the evolution of the systems and virtualization and cloud computing also. So we will teach you what is cloud computing. It's actually the orchestrating the virtualization and tenant, and then we'll teach you all about the different technologies, the different vendors, the brands, how actually what are the top brands in cloud computing, which one is the best, what is the open source, and how can you even master yourself in the open source cloud computing platforms also. What are the hypervisors, what is the host, how does it work. All these things will be covered under the virtualizing and the cloud computing essential series. And also the containers, Kubernetes, the containerization series, the dockers, everything will be also uh, will be we will be teaching these knowledge to you guys. And so this covers actually the essential series. And as I told you, DG Academy is continuous effort. Our target are three things: our students, training institutions, educational institutions, and the industry. We are here. Don't take it like we are the DJ Academy or just training institutions. We will be acting like we are a student. As I told you, we our knowledge, our experience is all for you guys. We have gone through this stage, so we know what is it. What is the missing thing? We will never know that how what are the missing skills, the basic concepts from students if we don't put ourselves in your shoes. At the same time, we are a student, we are training institutions, academia, and at the same time, we are also industry. Surprise! You are industry? How could be a DJ Academy industry? Now, as I told you, DG Academy is part of DG Info. DG Info, it is Digital Information System Private Limited. It's a company, private company. So DG Info, DG Academy is only one product we are talking about right now. And even DG Academy, we are talking about only the series which we are just introducing. We have so many. We have total 64 training courses, and I just discussed only three series. And within three series, we are discussing about 12, 12 courses only. We have tons of knowledge, tons of courses waiting for you, tons of hands-on experience where you will enjoy and you will demonstrate. It will give you super confidence. What is it? How does it work? And you will be able to complete a live project. Now, how can we be industry? As I told you, we are making our own operating system, right? We have a product called DG Cloud. All of your labs are running our own cloud. We are actually competing with other cloud provider in the world. Alhamdulillah, we have lots of customers from all over the world, and they are using our cloud platform, cloud infrastructure, cloud security. It's all our own, and this is all under DG Cloud. We have DG Labs, we have native security, where we are actually designing and manufacturing the hardware. Every hardware, we call it hardware. It's we are designing and manufacturing by ourselves under native security initiatives. We have our own GRC platform called the threat assurance. This is our own GRC platform, and this is something very unique because GRC, you can say we have like 6 modules or 8 modules covering governance, risk, and compliance. But we actually believe that we should have uh, because we are living in a digitized world. We are talking about digitizing our enterprise, our infrastructure, everything. We are talking about the digitization. So we are talking about digitization. At the same time, we have dispersed solutions. We have inventory management system separate. We have separate GRC platform. We have separate incident management system. So we decided to cover this gap because it's a huge gap, by the way. We believe the threat assurance is a digital platform where we are taking you all the way from your inventory, your risk governance and compliance, your incident management system, your audit management system, your project management system, everything through a single unified platform, which is also connected to your DG Academy, and it has a complete knowledge base LMS, and also it has its own repository, knowledge repository. And you, as our student, you will have full access to our knowledge base, inshallah, and our advanced LMS platform. So now you guys might have asked, I would love to have the questions from you guys, by the way. The questions can be because as I told you, this is just a journey. We can have we are going to have planning already, going to have webinar episode 2, 3, 4, and further. But I will stop myself here. I would like to take the questions from you guys. That do you have any questions? Because I have a question. If you don't ask the question, I will ask the question. The question is, let me start with myself. The question is that where do you place us? Because based on the responses which we receive from you guys, some of you have no knowledge, some of you have just completed their secondary school, some are already completed their bachelor's program, some are already on job, and they are in the industry already with 3 year experience, 5 year experience. So your question might be, where do you place us, right? This is a live seminar, webinar, so what we're expecting you guys, you can ask the question. You can ask the questions, and we will be more than happy to answer you guys right now. Any questions so far? Yes, guys. Any questions? For those, because I believe you all are part of our DG Academy media group, right? So if not here, you can ask questions over our DG media group. I will enable the writing the comments from everybody and placing you uh, in which domain and also in which series, essential series, advanced expert. As I told you, it's all depending on you're competing the challenge we are going to place you, right? So what we will be discussing in the second webinar, that who and how will be putting against a challenge, and then we will decide where to place you. We have to actually challenge your knowledge and your skill, and based on our findings we will place you. And also of course it will be a two-way, because we are not like we will instruct you to do it, and if you're not willing to do, no, this is not the case. With your, with our mutual understanding, it will happen, and with our own agreement, our suggestion, your agreement, this is how we'll move. So guys, this is all about it. Thank you very much for bearing, because there was a long pause in the beginning because of the streaming performance things, and also I think 15 minutes gap from the audio. But Alhamdulillah, we have covered now, and this is the first webinar of the series, and we are coming up again with the second one. We will announce everything on our WhatsApp group. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.